G'day guys, it's JB with JB Adventures. Welcome back to another video. Now, if the thumbnail and the title hasn't given it away to you guys, this video did not go as planned. We are currently still in the middle of nowhere, stuck in the Northern Territory in the centre of Australia. Obviously that's not where this video started. We left Darwin not that long ago. Actually, it was quite a while ago now, with the intention of heading out to Lake Argyle and Kununurra and then going from there down into the Kimberleys. That didn't happen. We got about 400 kilometres in the right direction of the Western Australia Northern Territory border and car broke down. So without giving too much away, guys, if you're watching this video and you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's the time to do it. We're currently posting these videos and traveling Australia at the moment all on our own expense. We don't get any income from YouTube for what we're doing at the moment. So every little bit of support that you guys have shown us so far has been amazing, and it's put us over the halfway mark to get that incentive and join the YouTube partnership program and actually get an income from YouTube for the videos that we're making and doing. So we 100% appreciate you guys. You're doing an awesome effort, and it's just overwhelming to know that so many people are enjoying the content and that we have so many more people in the JB family. That's awesome. But if you're not one of those people and you're watching this video and you haven't already subscribed, honestly, this is the time to do it, because I think by the time we make it back to where we need to go, which would be civilization at this stage, old Dusty's going to need a little bit of work, I reckon. Still not 100% sure if Dusty will make it all the way back and get us all the way back into Queensland, but we'll have to wait and see. But with all that put aside, guys, like I said, this isn't where the video started, so let's get into that video. G'day guys, it's JB with JB Adventures. Welcome back to another weekly video. In this week's video, we're heading out to the Western Australian Northern Territory border, all the way out to Kununurra and Lake Argyle. Now, it's probably going to be one of the longest drives that we've done with the two babies in the car. It's a good 520 kilometers or something like that. So we're up pretty early. The sun's only just starting to come up on us, so we're going to smash into it and we'll see you guys out there.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure what just happened. Smoke just started spewing out from underneath the bonnet. Really hoping it's not anything massive, because we've no idea where we are. We're in the middle of nowhere right now and it is so hot. So fingers crossed it's nothing massive. James is just running his diagnostics right now. So I'll wait for him, see what he says. Fingers crossed for us, guys.
Rightio guys, so it's happened. We've broken down. Emma's just taken Bubsy and the dogs for a walk while I figure out a bit of a plan here. Busted a radiator hose coming up a hill back there. So I'm just letting the car cool down a little bit for now. But I think the other problem we've got, apart from that, if that wasn't enough of a problem, is that when we busted the radiator hose, obviously the coolant's pissed out everywhere over the engine bay. And the heat of it has started to dry out the rubber in one of my fan belts as well. So I need to figure out how to fix a radiator hose and a fan belt so that we can keep going. And there is nothing out here. We're in the middle of nowhere at the moment, whereas there's still about 100 and something k's from here to the Northern Territory Western Australia border. And then the next major town that we're supposed to be going to is Kununurra. We're not going to make it there, I can tell you that much. But I'm going to let this car cool down for a little bit, figure out what to do with this hose and this fan belt, and then empty a heap of coolant into it and see what the temperature gauge does, because that thing's shot up something chronic. I'll go back to you with a plan in a second. I reckon so. Alright. Rightio, so I'm going to get rid of some of these flies. That did nothing. Okay, so car's cooled down now. Got a big split in that radiator hose. The fan belt, luckily in a way I suppose, has split in half, but it's done it lengthways. So I've essentially got two skinny fan belts running over it at the moment, so it'll still drive, just not for very far. So obviously the plan was to go over to Kununurra and Lake Argyle and then head from there down to the Kimberleys, and then from the Kimberleys down through Wolf Creek Crater and then across to Alice Springs, and then we're going to head back into Queensland from that direction. If it was just us two, we probably would push on and just continue to fix the car on the drive and address it when we needed to, but because we've got two kids that are under 2, that's not the smartest idea, we don't think. We reckon we're going to have to try and play it safe, which unfortunately means cutting out the last leg of our trip over to the Kimberleys in WA. But it's the smartest play we've got at the moment. We're going to try and backtrack it from here. Only a couple of K up the road, there was a little service track there, like a fire track. We're going to pull in down there and probably camp there for the night, and I'll try and do some backyard mechanics. I've done a little bit of backyard mechanics to the hose at the moment, just to get us that couple of K back down the road, and I've put, I don't have any coolant at the moment, I just got water. So I've filled that up, and hopefully it'll stay cool enough just to limp down there, so we can come up with a better game plan. I'm hoping I've got enough spare parts on board to be able to fix it enough so that we can backtrack, because we've just driven about 400 kilometers to where we are in the middle of nowhere. We're going to have to backtrack that and then backtrack another couple of 100 kilometers to try and get to Daily Waters. Daily Waters doesn't have a mechanic or anything like that, but it does have a service station where we can regroup a little bit and Telstra reception for service. So for now we're going to try and backtrack it a couple of Ks and find a camp, and then depending on how long it takes to try and fix is a strong word, but depending on how long it takes to make the car be able to drive without seizing the motor or busting a cylinder or something like that, yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately that sort of cuts out the last leg of the trip a little bit, but in saying that, there's a heap of places that we skipped on the way up here so that we could show you guys on the way home. So still got a bunch of content to show you guys, just need to figure out how we're going to get there. So yeah, we're going to push on to camp and we'll see you guys there. Rightio guys, finally made it to the Daily Waters pub. Check out the forecast. It's a forecast we've been waiting a long time for.
It's so good.
So obviously we're here at the Daily Waters pub. It's the first pub ever built in the Northern Territory. Super famous pub, but for us it is the closest thing to civilization that we've had in about a week now. And they've got beer. So we're going to chill here for a couple of hours. There's a pool out the back too, so we'll give the kids a swim, get them all cooled down, probably have a bite to eat. It's Friday night too, so they do have some music on here tonight, so we'll probably stay here for a little bit and then push on and do a night drive later on. Double check the car and see how it's going, but it's a lot easier to drive it at night because the engine stays cooler, so we've got a better chance of making it to where we need to get to. But for now we're just going to sit here, chill, relax for a bit. We'll see you in a bit. Rightio guys, obviously there's things that we don't show you when we go places, and this is one of them. Yeah, it's a toilet. Now ladies, if you've never seen a men's toilet before, don't worry, because none of them look like this. One thing I love about this pub is they are pumping the character into it, something chronic. Every inch of this place is covered in some sort of memorabilia, some sort of thing from the past, whether it's travellers coming through here, leaving bras and thongs and shoes and whatnot around the place. You know, there's so much cool stuff here. Rightio guys, so Daily Waters has been awesome. Emma's still in there at the moment, actually having a swim with the bubs still. We're going to grab a feed tonight and hang around just for a little bit. But unfortunately tomorrow we do need to make our way from here down to Three Ways. Daily Waters has been sensational, and I think we deserved it and needed it, and it was great. But they do just have the pub and the service station, so we need to push on from here down to Three Ways tomorrow morning. That way we can refuel our fuel. We're going to get better reception on our phone down there as well, because we're still in no man's land with that, and we need to make a couple of phone calls and figure out what we're going to do with the truck and how we can make sure it's going to keep running for us, because from Three Ways we need to push it out to Mount Isa, to where there's actually a shop where we can get formula and nappies and stuff like that. So I'm going to go back in and join Emma, and I'll see you guys at Three Ways. Rightio guys, so we made it to Three Ways. That was one heck of a drive, I tell you what. I think we refilled the coolant probably about 3 or 4 times, and it took us a hell of a lot longer to get here than it should have done, but we made it. So although it was an accomplishment to say the least as far as the truck's concerned and everyone else involved to make it here to Three Ways, it's not our final destination. With that massive turnaround that we did, that took up about a week worth of resources as far as food, water, stuff like that, as well as about 1,000 kilometers or 1,200 kilometers, something like that, worth of backtracking to get to where we are at the moment. We're starting to get a little bit shy on some of those important things like nappies, wipes and formula especially, and we can't get that here. So unfortunately we still have to try and make it all the way out to Mount Isa, which is roughly 650 k's from here. Now having said that, we're going to chill here for a little bit. We finally got some reception too, so we're going to make some phone calls, get the babies sorted, let the dogs have a bit of a chill, and try and figure out what our next step is. But I think for now that's the end of today, and it's the end of this video. So make sure you stick around guys, hit that subscribe button, helps us out massively, especially at the moment. Also turn on those notifications, because next week we're going from here, that 650k that I mentioned, all the way out of the Northern Territory, across the border and into Mount Isa. That's the plan anyway. If you want to find out if we made it, you're going to have to stick around to next week. I have no idea if we're going to make it. I'm hoping the backyard mechanics that have done the truck is going to get us there, but we'll find out I suppose. But until then, we'll see you out there.